I have with me Jess from Hope Designed, who's a friend of the family, and she's an amazing artist, and we love her business. So, hello, Jess.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Jess, and your little lovely baby.
Yeah, this is Holly. You may hear her squeaking. She's sort of asleep, so we'll see how this goes.
And she was born last week.
She was, yeah. It's
Precious,
flown
precious
by.
moments. Yeah, it always does. So Jess, I met you and your husband, and the lady, was it your mum or your husband's mum that we met? I forgot.
My husband's mum.
Your husband's mum. So I got to meet your
Yeah.
family at Spring Harvest earlier in the year, which was lovely. And I really kind of fell in love with what you're doing and how you're doing it because it's great. I brought a notepad back for Joe, and that just sparked ideas. I was like, this is really, really good. I think it was a simplicity of the art with a kind of contemporary feel. It was just this just blends perfectly.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
so, do you want us to just tell us a little bit? I mean, Hope Designed is how I got to meet you, but what is Hope Designed?
Yeah, so Hope Designed is my small business. We started nearly 4 years ago now, and things sort of really started to feel like they were taking off just before COVID, just getting going, and then obviously COVID hits, and then that sort of put us on pause for a little while, but it actually really gave me the opportunity to get more creative and have a bit more time to do that, and sort of suss out what I wanted to do a bit more, and the direction that I wanted to take things and refine things a bit more, and yeah, and then things when things kind of got going again, that was when I really felt like sort of, I know what I'm doing. And that was only maybe 2 years ago now, coming up for 2 years. And, since then we've done lots of festivals and like Spring Harvest and a lot of the other big ones. And yeah, I guess it all started with some drawings that I did for my niece and nephew for their dedication. And then sort of when I finished them, I thought, oh, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I can like do some more drawings that people might like. And that's literally how it started. I wouldn't say I was like super confident at the time in what I was doing, but it just felt like maybe the right thing to pursue. And yeah, then it just really evolved from there. Made lots of mistakes along the way and trial and error, and it's taken a lot of everything, time and resources to get here. But yeah, we're sort of like, yeah, everything's going pretty well at the moment. So
Great. So art is clearly a part of Hope Designed, but also the material that you're producing, the actual resources, the candles and the notepads and the things, some of the things that I saw. Do you have a particularly favorite thing at the moment that you're selling? Not even necessarily a bestseller, but do you have a particular product you just think this is something I really, really like that I've made?
well, my notebooks, they're like one of the newer products that I've got. And there's one that I particularly love, and it says, she knew her joy was a weapon. And it's not on the website yet. Actually, I'm just sort of in the process of getting that out there. But yeah, it's like one of the newest designs that I've just come up with. And yeah, I think that is probably my favorite thing. I've got it on a print as well in a slightly different format. But yeah, I think just like what it says is super powerful, and I think currently that's my thing. But I mean, it's so hard because I kind of love everything, to be honest. Um, there's like a lot of sort of trial and error and like things that I come up with, and then you sort of like discard a few of the ideas, and you only end up creating the things that you actually really love anyway. So I really do actually love everything that I produce. But yeah, that one is probably up there in the top things at the moment. So
Oh,
um,
cool. So art is, I mean, you said you did it for niece and nephew, but how did you get into art? I mean, what's your journey into art that obviously then led in eventually to Hope Design? But what's your journey into art itself?
well, I guess from a super young age, I was always very creative and like loved drawing and doing more like craft projects and art and um, what was it called back in school? Resistant materials, where you do like woodwork or metalwork and like literally anything creative that I could get my hands on. I just absolutely loved. And then sort of like ended up doing A levels and did art A level, and really didn't love any of my other A levels particularly. And so then did an art foundation course once I had finished the A level thing. Best year of my life, absolutely loved it, just like couldn't wait to go to college every day, just super creative, trying out like textiles and fashion and graphics and illustration and animation and so many cool things. And yeah, just had the best time. And then I thought kind of like going into that, I was like, either I'm going to get all this creative stuff out of my system and then get like a proper job, air quotes, or I'm going to just love it. And that's going to be what I'm going to end up doing. And obviously that was what I ended up doing. I was like, no, definitely not got enough of this yet. I'm going to do textiles at university. So yeah, then I went to Loughborough and did textiles there. And I did multimedia textiles, and I actually did like a sandwich course. So I had a year in industry in the middle of it. And in that year in industry, I moved to London for 6 months and New York for 4 months, and had internships in design studios doing print design. And then ultimately at the end of my degree, I got a job with Abercrombie and Fitch in America doing print design, and was there for 4 years. Came back to England for a year, tried to find a job in the UK, struggled, couldn't find a job in the UK, ended up moving to Sweden to work for H&M for 2.5 years, and then moved back to the UK. And then I was like, okay, well, what am I doing now? And then that's kind of when Hope Designed happened. But yeah, so all my life I've been just incredibly creative, and yeah, so that's kind of how I ended up doing what I'm doing. I still do some freelance print design alongside Hope Design as like a bit of bread and butter, keep me going. And yeah, I think like, living in Sweden has a lot to do with like the design concept that I sort of is part of my brand identity as Hope Designed. It does have like a very minimal, simple aesthetic and very neutral in colours, and has got that like Scandi look. And yeah, I think living there has had a huge impact on me and the things that I love to design. So yeah, it's kind of how it all came to be, I guess.
Cool. So that's like a really short version of basically your life to now.
Yeah.
and Hope Designed. So Hope Designed, just give us an overview of some of the things that you actually are producing, and then we can come into the heart behind the message. But what are the sorts of things that people can expect to find on your website?
So I create a lot of prints. Prints are one of the top sellers. Then I've got a lot of cards, greetings cards, birthday cards, but also like cards with a Christian message. And then lots of notebooks and stationery, bookmarks. And I also have clothing, t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, and beanies. And then accessories, so like tote bags and earrings, all sustainably made and sourced. And what else? Mugs, candles, some like homeware kind of bits, a whole real array of things, I guess. Yeah, it's like I've sort of come to realize that as I've sort of been creating these new products and like getting more ideas out there, it is some businesses have a real niche of like the specific product that they provide, but actually my niche is the fact that my work is all faith-based and all has some sort of like message that I hope helps people share Jesus with people. So actually having a wide range of products is actually more helpful for me. Otherwise, I think the business would struggle. being as it's already so niche. So yeah, I do have a lot of like different products, but yeah, we do them all as sustainable, or create them all as sustainably as possible. And yeah.
Cool. So you talk about the faith element, that it helps people to talk about kind of faith and relationship with God and stuff. But what are those messages? How do you create a message? I mean, if you think about the Bible in itself, we've got 66 books. How many hundreds of thousands of words? How is it that you can take a verse or a piece of a verse or an idea and then make it into something that, I mean, I've seen these, they're amazing. How do you do that bit? It's like the mechanics.
I honestly don't. I don't want to say I don't think about it. I obviously do, but I don't think about it in a sense of I'm trying to figure out a new product. In all honesty, like if I have a thought during the day, I'll make a little note of it. If I have a moment of realization at church in the middle of a sermon, I'll like make a little note of it. And like all these things, it's not like I sit there and think, right, I've got a notebook and I need to put something on it. What am I going to put on it? It's more things that have come to me and that I've been inspired by, and yeah, that kind of inspiration, and that's how things come about. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
No, it does. You're not trying to like, I've got a mug, I need to stick a thing on it. I've got a book, what message? It's like, here's the idea. How can I best use this particular message? How does it go on to something? How can I help people to do? No, that makes sense. That really does. So it's the ideas that are driving the products, not the other way around, which I think is great.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. So Hope Designs, have you got anything coming up in the next few months where people can find you?
Yes, I'm going to be at a Christmas market in Wolverhampton. Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
A semi-awake baby here.
Super cute.
Yeah, sorry, cough, that's throwing me. Christmas market in Wolverhampton. It's part of the Christian Creative Network, and we hey. Okay.
Not so sleepy.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's life. It's okay.
This is life.
It is life.
Yeah, the reality of trying to run a business and having a baby and trying to do it all from home and, sitting in the lounge on a Zoom call. I'm totally blanking on the name of the event. But anyway, if you put in Christian Creative Network Christmas market into Google in Wolverhampton, it will come up. And it's set to be a really amazing event. So many Christian creatives coming together to curated by Josie, who runs it all. She's amazing, and so many Christmas gifts and opportunities to support small business. So yeah.
Cool. And then I guess you're looking towards festivals again next year.
Yes, yeah, we've already signed up for Spring Harvest and Big Church Day Out and David's Tent and what else have we signed up for? Or several others, I think, already. So wow. Yeah, next year's looking pretty chock-a-block. Okay. And yeah, it's going to be a whole new thing trying to do it with a 1-year-old running around.
Yes, they move.
Yeah, they do incredibly quickly. Yes. So obviously, like this year just gone, she was in a sling or the pram, or she's pretty chill. She's a baby; she couldn't really do it very much. But now, yes, I think it's going to be a whole nother kettle of fish. So, oh, yeah, can you see?
Hello. Yes, strange man with a beard on the screen. Hello. Yes, I know. It's fine. I get that a lot. It's okay. Right, I'll let you get on with your day, with your beautiful baby. Just give us the website so people can find out more about you. How can they find your website?
My website is www.hopedesigned.co.uk, or you can follow me on Instagram at hopedesigned. They're probably the best ways to do that.
Cool. Thank you so much for your time. and I really, really appreciate it because you've got a not quite so sleeping baby. We're really, really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Bye
having
bye.
me. It's been lovely.
You're such a
Bye.
beautiful little
Say bye,
baby.
Kiwi.
Bye bye.
Bye.